Leland, good to see you. Good morning. So migrant encounters are now on track to hit 2 million in this fiscal year. What is driving this?
All the elements that Nick pointed out, and add to it one more, and that is that we talk about migrant encounters. Those are illegal immigrants who have come across the border and then are quite literally encountered by Border Patrol. There's two other numbers that matter here. One is more than 500,000. We're approaching the population of Washington, D.C., that Border Patrol knows have come across the border. They were seen on sensors. They were lost in chases. Border Patrol simply didn't have the manpower to go after. So more than 500,000 are what are called gotaways. That's the number of people that have literally gotten away from Border Patrol and ended up in the United States with absolutely zero processing. The other number that's important is out of that 2 million that Nick was talking about that have come across, about 1 million, a little less than that, have been released into the United States on a promise that they'll show up for a court date sometime in the future, often years into the future. So those two numbers, 1.5 million out of a potential 2.5 million that we know about that have come across, incentivizes people to arrive because they realize their chance of ending up in the United States, able to work, able to be with family, able to start their own lives, is higher than it has literally ever been.
And we've seen the mayors of New York City and Washington, D.C. slamming the governors of Texas and Arizona because they're actually busing migrants to their cities. What is the impact of this ongoing showdown? I mean, is this productive, especially when there are all these human lives at stake?
Well, the former Democratic governor of New York said it was one of the great political moves that he had ever seen, and gave a hat tip to Greg Abbott, saying that you have to give credit where credit is due, because all of a sudden we are now talking about the illegal immigration crisis in a way that we haven't before. And you're listening to the mayors of New York and D.C. talk about how these illegal immigrants are causing a real strain on their school systems, their public health systems, their homeless shelters, their food kitchens. The list goes on of the amount of strain that's being put on. Eric Adams was talking about his budget and cutting services because of a couple of thousand extra illegal immigrants that have been bused from either Texas or from Arizona, bused voluntarily, offered free bus tickets once they've been released by Border Patrol. The flip side of that, the other way to look at it is that is the number of migrants, roughly 4,000, that Texas deals with every single day. 4,000 illegal immigrants dropped off on the streets of Texas by buses, by the Border Patrol, every day. And the mayors that we've talked to and the governors we've talked to in Arizona and also, of course, in Texas say to the new mayors of New York and D.C., welcome to the party. It's about time that you all are experiencing some of the effects of the programs and the policies, the open border policies that you say you support.
And you talk about Arizona. Governor Doug Ducey there authorizing dozens of double-stacked shipping containers to fill one of the gaps in the border wall. We had reporting on that yesterday. But the gaps still remain, and they're in heavily traveled areas. What do you make of this move and its implications? Is this just a show, or is this actually something that might work?
Well, might it work to stop the flow of illegal immigrants? Hardly. You said, is it just a show? Obviously, Texas and Governor Abbott has gotten most of the publicity for going it alone as a state. Governor Ducey probably has seen that and says, hey, I can get in on this game too. 60 double-stack shipping containers doesn't do a lot. As you pointed out, Ali Bradley had some great reporting down there showing that it really hasn't closed any of the gaps in a way that's meaningful. That said, it does offer this visual of a deterrent. And there is a lot of discussion among Governor Ducey and Governor Abbott's people that if they could offer that visual of a deterrent, it might be something. It might encourage people to stay away in a way that they haven't before.
Also, perhaps some political points for their constituents. Leland, thank you. Appreciate your time. And you can watch On Balance with Leland Vittert tonight and every weeknight. It starts at 7 Eastern, 6 Central.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.